And we are the Coalition, loud and proud, outrage porn-free, civilly disobedient media. We're broadcasting this afternoon. It's the beginning of a very busy afternoon, but I think probably the best spirit of Rhode Island that's on display right now in Rhode Island on a Saturday afternoon, a beautiful autumn crisp day, is in fact a voluntary cleanup that's taking place along the parking lot in the beginning of the East Bay bike path. If you look down, and I'll show you in a minute, mountains of trash recovered in a clean, efficient manner by, well, people who use the bike path, members of the community. I'm here with the Rhode Island Liberty Alliance. Did I get that right? Rhode Island Liberty Alliance. I'll let Libertarian Party Chairman of Rhode Island, Bill Hunt, explain what they're about, what they're doing, and why it's important to have volunteerism in the community. Bill Hunt, head of the Rhode Island Libertarian Party.
Thanks, Pat, for having us on the show. And yeah, thanks. This is a good example about what we can do as volunteers to take care of some of the problems that we have in our state, where we have government involvement, and they're taking on responsibility that whenever we talk about as libertarians, eliminating the government or getting rid of the government, the first question people ask us is, well, who will build the roads? Who will clean the roads? Who will take care of my roads? So we made up some T-shirts. We formed a nonprofit, and the Libertarian Party is happy to sponsor the Rhode Island Liberty Alliance in this effort. And what we did is we adopted this stretch of Veterans Memorial Parkway here in East Providence. We got signs on both ends. And we have a great little quarterly event planned. This is our first kickoff event. We just getting the kinks worked out and figure out how everything's done. And in just over about an hour, we were successfully picked up a lot of trash here along the roads. And it just goes to show that people who want to make a difference in this community, they can by their own efforts. They take human action, and they make the world a better place. And so that's what we're all about.
Here's a little bit of irony. Let me inject a little bit of politics in this for a second. A lot of lip service is given in this state about the bike path. We worship at the altar of the bike path, and it's a wonderful place for families to do sporting activities together, for individuals to get exercise, for people to go on a quiet walk. But at the same time, as is so often the case here in Rhode Island, we build something and then we forget about it. We ignore it. And I'm looking at the bags of trash here, that you guys were able to do in just under an hour, all right, so far, and you're still at it. I'm looking at this and saying, we build these things and we don't maintain them. The state takes over responsibility, essentially hip checks everyone else out of the market for doing these things by incredible regulations, prohibitive costs, laws, right? But how can they allow this spot to fester like this? How can they not simply follow through on the execution? And that's one of the great frauds of government in general, is that lots of posturing, lots of pro-clutching. What's the word this year? Lots of virtue signaling. Yeah, it's all good. We're going to change the world. And yet at the same time, they just can't take care of business, which is why folks have to take back their community and do the volunteer thing. We can't allow government to crowd us out of that and then just leave all these wonderful, activities that we've paid for, and then just allow it to fester like this. Bill, how does this signal the incompetence of government in general?
Well, to your point, people feel as though government's just going to take care of the roads. They're just going to take care of it. So people don't have that vested interest in their community. They are more likely to throw garbage on the side of the road is because they don't have that vested interest in their community. So the more we can get people to volunteer and to take interest and to have that pride in their community and actually go out and make a difference, not just, scream their heads off on social media, go out and do something to make a positive impact in your community. Until we can get more people to do that, we're going to have the same problems that are perpetual and perennial here in the state of Rhode Island and across the country. So we call on anybody, whether it's the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, any nonprofit, any group that wants to adopt a road. I mean, take our example and take it on yourself and do it. I mean, the great thing about this is if everybody were to adopt a road, we could eliminate the DOT completely and make all roads privatized, and that's the end goal of the Libertarian Party in general. So that's the idea.
Bill, how can folks join the Libertarian Party of Rhode Island? How can organizations get involved in the the RI Liberty Alliance?
Sure. So go to Rhode You can sign up on our contact form and get up to date on the events that we have. Like I said, this is going to be a quarterly event, but we got a lot of cool stuff in the works as well. And if you're interested more in learning more about the Libertarian Party, you'd go to lpri.us. You can contact me, B Hunt at, so B as in Billy and Hunt, Hunt, at lpri.us. And I'd love to talk to you. If you want to get involved, if you want to run for office, reach out to me. We're looking for candidates for the next election cycle. I think it's going to be a big year for libertarians in 2022.
Yeah, folks, thanks for doing this. This is the ball. So getting out here and again, Bill, you nailed it. A lot of folks sit on their computer. It's time for us to get outside and take back what is ours, and that's our community. And it starts here at the community. So congratulations on all your effort. And when's the next event?
It's in the works. Go to the website, sign up. You'll be on the email list. Like us on Facebook. We got Facebook pages for Liberty RI, Rhode Island Liberty Alliance, and Libertarian Party of Rhode Island. Like all the pages and share it with your friends.
Bill Hunt, chairman of the Libertarian Party of Rhode Island, along with the RI Liberty Alliance, along with Liberty RI, and a number of organizations that are taking back their community. Pat Ford, we're going to head downtown now to cover some of the festivities there. We'll talk to you in just a little bit. Thank you so much.